hold on to your seats because this anime has ignited a heated debate in the community. We're talking about a significant age gap between the two main characters that's left fans divided. Is this controversy justified, or is there more to this story than meets the eye? A Girl and Her Guard Dog is definitely an anime that has its fair share of debate going into the season and as the season airs, and honestly, I can't work it out. Is it wrong? Is it right? Or is it just okay? I've seen a lot of anime and manga in my time, and I'm very accustomed to how questionable the medium can be from time to time. Now, I like to think of myself as a chill guy who doesn't judge things too harshly, especially when it comes to the tastes of others. I mean, I'm a huge Yuri enthusiast, and I get heat from time to time, but they do romance better, man. Leave me alone. But yeah, I'm not naive. Like, if something is really bad, really not cool, questionable, then yeah, I see the bad in that, but whatever. What I'm saying is that I saw the debate about this controversy kicking off, so I thought I'd check out the first 2 episodes of A Girl and Her Guard Dog and give you my perspective as a guy who's open, if that's the right word. Like, I've gone into this with an open mind as to give you my initial thoughts from a neutral standpoint. And disclaimer, A Girl and Her Guard Dog is a romance anime with a substantial age difference between its main protagonists, Isaku and Kaya. So if age gap relationships are not your thing, I strongly advise you to rethink watching this anime at all. So A Girl and Her Guard Dog is about Isaku. When her parents are killed in a car accident, her grandpa, a Yakuza boss, takes her in. Isaku grew up surrounded by criminals and as a member of the clan after being adopted. Now, Isaku is assigned a bodyguard, Kaya, who promises to be her father, mother, brother, and friend all rolled into one. And yeah, if you're familiar with the tropes of shoujo romances, Kaya is the romantic interest in this story. So we time skip and Isaku is in her first year of high school. After years of being ignored by her classmates due to her family ties, she is determined to change her social life. She's starting high school hoping to live a regular life, find a happy romance, and get over her one-sided crush on Kaya. However, she can't run far. After bribing a school official and becoming a 26-year-old in a first-year classroom, Kaya joins her at her new school to continue his watch over her, so poor Isaku is unable to flee her old life or change anything at all. So yeah, there's good in this anime and also bad from what I've experienced with this show. And if you like what you've heard so far, well, consider hitting that like button for me. It really helps me out. And if you'd like more videos such as this, then hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be notified. I am trying to reach the goal of 200,000 subscribers, so let's reach that together. Arigato! And now back to the video. So let's start with the negative. Everyone loves a bit of drama, right? For me, I think I'm okay with the age gap thing in terms of the pair struggling with their feelings towards one another. However, as soon as it starts to become more of a physical thing between the two, that's when I think it lost me a little bit. I think the anime portrayed these moments in quite an awkward way. That's a key word, by the way. Awkward. Now, I respect that it obviously isn't shying away from the romantic plot between the two, but the moments in which their dynamic switches between, father and daughter-like to romantic partners, it's just done very awkwardly and without the confidence it boasts in not shying away from what its plot is. I have heard, however, that this was done much better in the manga between the pair. Now, I really like the premise of this show, where this girl just wants an ordinary life away from her Yakuza ties, and yet her bodyguard, who is a total badass, by the way, enrolls at the school too. I feel like there are many moments in which the comedy is on point and the emotional moments too, but this is where my brain has them in this father and daughter dynamic, and I think from what I've seen, the show would have been an absolute banger if that was the concept, but it kind of just throws that all out of the window when it comes to the romance points. I also struggle with Kaya's character in terms of how overly possessive he is with her. Again, if it was in that father not wanting boys to hit on his daughter kind of thing, then I think that would have been really fun to watch. But when you see it's because he wants her all to himself, it gets maybe a little creepy, I want to say. And definitely too much, definitely too overly possessive. Now, from my understanding, it does look like he is conflicted in his feelings for her. I just feel the romantic moments between the two are a little awkward or clunky. There's a moment where he's trying to grab her phone off her, and then the two fall on one another on the floor, and it's just a little weird. Even without the age gap thing, take that out of the picture completely, even without that, these interactions just come across almost too cringy to watch. Another moment is at the end of episode 2. He does the classic Shoujo Karrarin on her. You know, the wall bang where the dude forces the woman against a wall. Very dominant, very confident move. Only few can pull that one off. Now, I'm not saying that it's wrong for these two to have feelings for one another, and let's face it, we've definitely witnessed way worse things in anime and manga, let's be honest. But I just feel like the way that the anime has portrayed these moments has been, well, not great at all. Like I said, they aren't shying away from them, but they are done in this lingeringly, again, awkward way. A way that makes you feel like this is wrong, rather than you watching two people battle with their emotions for one another in a situation that there could easily be these conflicting emotions between the two. Hopefully they iron these moments out, as again I state that these were portrayed much better in the manga. Yes, I've seen a lot of people admit that this title is a guilty pleasure of theirs, but it's still a story that they enjoy reading. And now, there were aspects of the show that I really liked, going back to the whole premise of it thing. When he acts as her protector, not only physically but as an emotional protector, I liked that. Isaku is having a really hard time fitting in on her first day, and he's there for her at the end to give her that kind of, boost, that advice of never give up. You are amazing, you've got this. And I thought that was really sweet. One of my favorites was episode 2's big moment. There's a boy in another class called Tomaru, and he takes a liking to Isaku. He invites her out to karaoke with friends, and it's really sweet seeing how excited she is to experience these normal things that she so desperately craved. And so to do this, she has to sneak out of the house to make sure that Kaya doesn't follow her so she can just have some fun. However, in this instance, it turns out that at karaoke, everyone starts smoking and drinking, and then Tomaru gets too forceful on Isaku, to which we get this really badass moment. Kaya, in full suit and sunglasses, kicks down the door and just beats the crap out of Tomaru. It was just such a badass moment, and I'm a sucker for these saving the other in a moment of desperation kind of thing, so I was all for that. But in this dynamic, in this story, those kind of moments, I loved that. There was also a really sweet moment in which Kaya sees Isaku develop and start to fit in with new friends. And he begins to see that she's growing up and she's not so reliant on him as much, but she reassures him that she wouldn't have gotten to that point without him by her side. For me, this was a very good example of how they could have done the romantic point better here. Obviously, this moment is very, a child is growing up and doesn't need their parent anymore, but I think they could have transitioned that into the romantic feelings better so that the shift felt maybe, a bit more natural. However, it quickly became more awkward and weird. I think perhaps it's the lack of clear communication between the two that maybe I struggle with, which made these moments feel off. So I will be interested to see how the anime progresses. I definitely feel like I do want to give this one more of a chance because I think there could be a good story there, but they'll definitely need to make the romance feel more natural rather than something that is wrong between the two. Now, if you've seen A Girl and Her Guard Dog already, let me know what you think about it. Do you enjoy this show or is it not for you? Let me know in the comment section below. And while you wait for the next video to drop, why not check out this video where I talk about my first impression of Shy, which I strongly believe is one of the best new anime this fall season. But guys, that is it from me. I'll see you soon for some more. Till then, you take care of yourselves. Peace, peace!